Hello Army! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into one of the most shocking stories that could have completely changed K-pop history. It turns out that before Jimin joined Big Hit Entertainment and became part of BTS, he was incredibly close to signing with a major entertainment company that would have taken his career in a totally different direction. And guys, if he had made that choice, we might never have known the Jimin we love today. Before we get into this mind-blowing revelation, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest BTS content. Trust me, after hearing this story, you'll realize how close we came to losing Jimin to an entirely different path. Let's go back to 2011 to 2012, when Jimin was still a high school student in Busan attending the Busan High School of Arts with a major in contemporary dance. His reputation as an exceptionally talented dancer was already spreading throughout the local dance community, and his skills were catching the attention of multiple entertainment companies. What most people don't know is that JYP Entertainment was actively pursuing Jimin for their upcoming boy group project. Yes, you heard that right, JYP, the powerhouse company behind groups like 2PM and GOT7, was seriously interested in making Jimin one of their trainees. And the offer they presented was incredibly tempting for any aspiring idol. The story begins when a JYP scout discovered Jimin during a local dance competition in Busan. His performance was so impressive that the scout immediately approached him after the competition ended. They offered him the opportunity to audition at JYP's Seoul headquarters, promising a comprehensive training program and an almost guaranteed debut with their established company infrastructure. What made this offer particularly attractive was the timing. Jimin was at a crossroads, unsure whether to continue his formal dance education or seriously pursue an idol career. JYP represented a secure path with a company that had already proven their success in developing male idols and managing successful groups. The audition process with JYP was extensive and thorough. Jimin went through multiple rounds including dance evaluation, vocal assessment, visual checks, and personality interviews. According to sources familiar with the situation, he performed exceptionally well in every category, particularly impressing the judges with his unique contemporary dance background, something that set him apart from typical idol trainees. Jimin's family initially had mixed feelings about his idol aspirations, but they became much more supportive when they learned about JYP's reputation and track record. The company's professional approach and comprehensive trainee program convinced his parents that this could be a legitimate and stable career opportunity for their son. JYP's training program would have been significantly different from what Jimin eventually experienced at Big Hit. The company planned to utilize his contemporary dance background as his unique selling point, potentially positioning him as the main dancer with sophisticated, artistic choreography. This concept was appealing because it would allow Jimin to showcase his formal dance training while adapting to the requirements of the idol industry. However, there was one crucial factor that ultimately influenced Jimin's decision: the timeline. JYP's boy group project had a much longer tentative debut timeline compared to Big Hit's BTS project. While JYP offered more resources and established infrastructure, they couldn't guarantee the relatively quick debut that Jimin was hoping for. The turning point came when Big Hit's offer materialized. Bang Si-hyuk's vision for BTS, combined with the promise of a quicker debut timeline, presented an equally attractive alternative with different advantages. Although Big Hit was a smaller company, they offered more creative input and closer collaboration in the group's development process. What's fascinating is how different Jimin's career trajectory could have been with JYP. Their boy group concepts typically emphasize strong vocal abilities and powerful performance styles. Jimin would likely have developed as a performer with more focus on contemporary dance elements, but perhaps with less emphasis on the vocal development that became one of his signature strengths. The decision-making process was incredibly difficult for Jimin. He spent weeks carefully weighing the pros and cons of each opportunity. JYP represented stability and a proven success formula, while Big Hit offered innovation and the chance to be part of something completely new in the K-pop landscape. Family consultations played a crucial role in his final decision. After meeting with representatives from both companies, Jimin's parents ultimately supported whatever choice he made. However, they initially expressed a slight preference for JYP due to the company's established reputation and clearer career trajectory. What ultimately tipped the scales toward Big Hit was the personal connection Jimin felt with their artistic vision. Bang Si-hyuk's explanation of the BTS concept, with its emphasis on authenticity and meaningful social messages, resonated deeply with Jimin's own values and artistic aspirations. He saw an opportunity to be part of something that went beyond just entertainment. The timeline pressure also became a deciding factor. Big Hit's promise of debut within a reasonable timeframe meant Jimin wouldn't spend years in trainee limbo, an attractive consideration for someone who was already older than the typical trainee age when he began. Interestingly, JYP's reaction to Jimin's eventual decision was reportedly disappointed but understanding. According to industry sources, the company maintained a positive relationship and even expressed interest in potential future collaborations if opportunities arose. The speculation about how different the K-pop landscape might be if Jimin had chosen JYP is fascinating. His contemporary dance skills could have influenced an entirely different boy group's choreography style, potentially creating different trends in the industry. Meanwhile, BTS without Jimin would have had a completely different group dynamic and possibly a different trajectory altogether. The ripple effects of this decision extend far beyond Jimin's individual career. His presence in BTS contributed significantly to the group's artistic direction, particularly in performance aspects and emotional depth. His unique vocal color became an integral part of BTS's signature sound, helping distinguish them in an incredibly competitive market. Looking back, it's remarkable how this single decision shaped not just Jimin's career but potentially the entire direction of both companies. Big Hit's success with BTS, with Jimin as a crucial component, eventually led to the company becoming HYBE and a major global player in the entertainment industry. From JYP's perspective, missing out on Jimin might have been disappointing, but the company continued to thrive with other successful groups. However, industry insiders sometimes wonder what could have been a different boy group featuring Jimin's unique talents and artistic vision under JYP's established system. This story highlights how unpredictable the entertainment industry can be. Decisions that seem obvious in hindsight were actually incredibly difficult choices with uncertain outcomes at the time they were made. Jimin's choice to join a smaller, less established company over an industry giant was a risky decision that fortunately paid off spectacularly. What's most touching about this narrative is how it demonstrates the importance of following artistic instincts over purely practical considerations. Jimin's decision was ultimately based on creative compatibility and personal vision rather than just company prestige or available resources. The relationship between Jimin and JYP remains cordial today, with mutual respect for what could have been a different path. The industry connections and professional relationships from this period have actually contributed to broader collaboration opportunities within the K-pop community. This story serves as an important reminder for aspiring artists about choosing paths that align with personal values and artistic vision, rather than simply following the most obvious or seemingly secure option. Sometimes the biggest risks lead to the most rewarding outcomes. So Army, can you imagine Jimin as a member of a different group under JYP? While that alternate timeline might have been successful, I honestly can't imagine the K-pop world without Jimin as part of BTS. His contribution to the group's identity and global success has been absolutely irreplaceable. This close call with JYP really demonstrates how different choices could have led to completely different outcomes for everyone involved. We're incredibly fortunate that circumstances aligned perfectly for Jimin to become part of BTS and contribute to their amazing journey. What do you think about this shocking revelation? Can you imagine Jimin in a different company? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share if you found this alternative history as fascinating as I did. Until next time, keep appreciating how perfect timing brought our beloved BTS together.